I think it sort of went from a little hobby to like, oh wow, we actually like have the support and the financials to be able to do this like so soon, which has been awesome.
After receiving the inaugural Paul Woseen Memorial Music Grant earlier this year, Daisies are about to release their debut single called Daisies. They're set to take to the stage at the Stag and Hunter Hotel this Friday night with their full band to launch the single. Here's the chat that we had with Josi and Poppi from Daisies. Welcome back. How have you been going?
So good, thank you. How are you?
I'm killing it. Absolutely killing it. So happy.
Looking fantastic in this number. New shoes. Hopefully they make the video.
Yeah, I don't know if they do. Hey, I'm going to be sad if they're not in it.
We're lucky and you're not.
So you've got your debut single coming out. It's called Daisies. Let's start off by talking about like the inspiration for the song and what it's about.
Okay, well, this one is one that I had started when I first moved to Newcastle, had the lyrics and little guitar for it, but I just didn't know where it was supposed to go. And then Jos came and sort of came up with some beautiful chords to really lift it up for the chorus. And I think that was sort of the first time we had a Chain Daisy collaboration where we were like, okay, this is a cool writing experience. And it's very true to the early days of Chain Daisy, just being a duo and exploring that raw sound of harmony and guitar. And I think that's exciting to be our first release with that.
Earlier this year, you received the what's the word? The inaugural.
Honestly, that
It's a tongue twister.
I was going to say the debut, but not quite. The inaugural Paul Woseen Memorial Grant, music grant. How's that helped in getting to lay down this track?
Oh, massively. I think we never expected to be releasing music so soon without it. So it's just been a massive push and confidence and financially and everything, like just super grateful to be able to do this. And like, I think it sort of went from a little hobby to like, oh wow, we actually like have the support and the financials to be able to do this like so soon, which has been awesome.
It's definitely validated, I think, our work a little bit more and made us really feel like maybe it is appreciated a bit by that smaller group of people at the moment, which is really lovely. So I think with the mentorship and just having, that financial support, it's been really great.
Yeah. And what was it actually like in the studio? What was it like recording?
It's been amazing. We've been working with Lee Rolfe from the Tyres Hill TAFE in the studio there, and he's been such a great support in just like making sure that we stay true to our sound and everything that we want. And like, we're so picky, like we'd be the most annoying people to work with, I reckon, but he's like really been supportive and making sure we get exactly what we want. And I think it's been an interesting process because we sort of went with the full band thing straight away, and we had that in mind, but we realized that this particular song just needs the basics of what we are right now, and that's just guitar, voice and a bit of percussion, so we've just stripped it right back.
Violin, actually.
And violin.
When I first met Jo, she was playing the violin and just finished school with that, and I was so excited by that. So it's really special to have it coming in and out of the song as well, which is awesome.
As much as I was like, I'm not touching this instrument again, it always finds a way back in.
Fantastic. I'm so keen to hear the full track. From the snippet that I heard, like it's just so clean and beautiful.
Thank you.
And you're going to be debuting it at the Stag and Hunter this Friday night, the 1st of November. And you'll have your full band there, right? How have the gigs been so far that you've done with the band?
Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal.
They've been so good. Oh, the way that we have, I think the last time we were here, we spoke about hopefully collaborating with some uni friends who we were fortunate enough to meet. So we've got Lewis on guitar, we've got Oscar on the drums, who we did uni with. We've got Taylor on the bass, who...
Old school friend from back at home, so that was really cool to connect through music again.
And Eddie on the saxophone, which really lifts the sound and it allows for instrumental break and more space, I think, which is really awesome. And it's just been such a great feeling, and really filling out that sound and feeling like we're finally getting I guess, more of a sound for Chain Daisy, which is really exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I feel like from what I've seen, your performance has also, changed a bit and started to evolve. Can you talk me through that, like how you see your performance now?
Yeah, I honestly think with the band coming in, it's helped us gain a lot of performance confidence and like, I don't know, just feeling like we could make a room dance a little bit more instead of putting people to sleep. I think it's just fun to just like have more people involved and hear other musicians' opinions of the music. And when we come together, it just feels really solid and we just get a bit excited about it.
And we want to put on a show for everyone and show everyone how much we're enjoying what we're doing as well, I think. And I think for me, with the singing and not having an instrument to necessarily hide behind, I found it really hard to move.
That's why I play an instrument.
I found it hard to move and maybe just build confidence with that. So that's been a massive thing. And we actually were speaking about this we're just about to finish uni. We had an assignment where we put together a tiny desk concert at the Press, which was really awesome. And we've now just put that on YouTube if anyone wants to watch
incredible.
it.
So good.
At Chain Daisy with 3 Ys is if you want to find out. But yeah, that was really fun. And I think exploring that just with us two and then building it up with the band has been a way to just lift the view of it all as well.
Yeah. So initially, were you scared when it was just the two of you?
Yeah, still am. Still am just as scared, just sort of learning how to just managing it a little bit better. And the band, I think, takes a lot of pressure off me and my shitty guitar skills because there's...
Stop it! That is not
there's
true.
A bit more like bulk to kind of, take the pressure off and, I love playing with the band. I love doing the duo, but like I love playing with the band. It's so fun.
Yeah. Well, I want you both to know that when you do duo shows, people aren't going to sleep in the audience. Everyone's absolutely enamoured and locked in. And so if people aren't moving around and stuff, know that you're being like appreciated so hard. Just want to put that out there.
Thank
you. So how did you choose the lineup for this single launch?
Ooh, we've got a really exciting lineup. We have Auntie Alan, who actually we haven't met before, but we saw them play here at Newcastle Live and just blown away by her writing.
I know, me too.
And voice. So I was super excited. When our agent Maeve mentioned her, I was like, yes, absolutely, let's do it. And then we've got Michelle, who is a uni friend and also just incredible pop icon, really. Yes. So we're very excited to have her on, and we were fortunate enough to play for her single launch last time. So sort of just like, hey, let's do this together.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. And you also have some merch available now.
Yes.
Tell us about the design.
It's actually something, my mum's an artist and she hasn't been doing much in the last, 10 years or so. Like she just, I think like me finding a motivation and passion in this has got her all excited as well. And she sent me like this sketch of this daisy that she drew and I was like, what? And she's like, oh, it's just the side. I was like, no, like that's perfect. Let's just use that and put it on a bag. Oh, wow. And we chucked it on a bag and it looks so great. And I think it's so cool because obviously we're so small. Like I don't expect anyone to really like buy our merch, but it's such a beautiful design that I think it's something that people would just love to have anyway. And it's, really cool.
Yeah, that's so special. I didn't realise that the design came from your mum. Yeah. It's so pretty. And it kind of looks a bit like a flannel flower. Is it meant to be or is it more of a daisy?
It's meant to be a daisy, but I love that it looks like a flannel flower.
I don't even know what that is.
I mentioned when we walked past it the other day and I was like, flannel flower. I love flannel flowers. But
me too.
No, it's a daisy with a little chain and charcoal sketches it. But we're putting them on totes and also on stickers, and each tote comes with a little sticker inside to pop on whatever you want on your face if you really wanted to.
That's incredible. We're going to have to show you photos of a flannel flower.
Yeah, you might have to. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
And so what's on the horizon once you get the single launch all out of the way?
Ooh, I think it's super exciting for us because we've just finished our Bachelor of Music and Performing Arts. So we're super stoked. It's been amazing and a great way to meet. But now I think with this grant, we're just going to get back in the studio and record the rest of an EP and bring the band in and continue rehearsing and just playing as much as we possibly can, developing our repertoire and live performance, and hopefully, spreading a little bit outside of Newcastle and maybe jumping on the back of some tours next year and just playing as much as possible.
Yeah. Something that's also been in our minds is, I guess, building a bit more of a community for the acoustic artists here, in like backyard sessions, and we've got so many mates who are part of the acoustic scene. Ella Day, Eliza Eve, Nina Nomaru, just to like name a few. Obviously, Auntie Alan and Michelle as well. There's so many, and I think obviously the pub scene's great, but I think being able to have that backyard session where people can bring their rugs, bring their own drinks,
a little bit more variety.
Kind of, I guess, teach people maybe how to appreciate that music a bit more, because I think that's something that we're finding with the pub scene at the moment, that sometimes it's a bit hard to really break through. But we're super excited, and we just want to collaborate with everyone and get ourselves out there and build that fan base. So,
Incredible. Yeah, I think that's such a good point, because, I mean, I think of the Stag and Hunter as one place that's really great for acoustic artists.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, if you are playing in a pub, it can be really hard to get over the noise, or, you know, the vibe just isn't quite right for it. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And how's the experience been with the mentorship through the grant?
Yeah, it's been awesome. We had the privilege of speaking with the Jets, Dave Gleason especially.
Yes.
He's been really lovely. We had Scott Kingman as well, and he came in and popped down some guitar for us as well, just sort of showing us ways that we could take the songs for all of the EP as well, which is super exciting. Cool. Just to kind of open our mind to a different eye or ear, you might say. And then we spoke with Susie DiMarchi from the Baby Animals, and she was awesome, such a powerhouse.
Yes.
Definitely felt like a good aunt in the music industry, I guess, just to sort of like help us and have our back and tell us how to stand our ground a little bit, I guess. And then we also were very fortunate to go into Sydney to Harbour Agency to speak with Tony Grace, Uncle Tony. He's really lovely, and it was such a great experience. And I think everything that came from that session especially has just made us go, wow, yep, okay, awesome.
It was really helpful stuff. I think we didn't really know what to expect, and we drove all the way to Sydney for it, so we were a little bit anxious of what was going to happen. But we left just feeling super confident and motivated, and everything he said was kind of tailored to us and our sound as well. Like, he sat there and listened to our music, which was nice to show that he actually, was looking out for it, I guess.
Yeah.
What an incredible network you have now.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Very exciting. We're very grateful.
Yes. All right. Well, you already know that I think that you're absolutely brilliant, and you're about to take the world by storm. Seriously, I'm getting the vibes like you're about to take off. So have fun on the journey, and thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks, Bonnie.